I never thought it would happen to me. You know those stories you hear about people getting stuck in foreign countries, stranded with no money, no plan, no idea what to do next? I always thought that's something that happens to other people, not me. But then it happened. It was supposed to be a dream trip, a solo adventure to Europe. I had everything planned down to the smallest detail. Flights, accommodation, train tickets, everything was covered. But somewhere along the way, I made a mistake. A tiny oversight that turned into a massive problem. It started innocently enough. I lost my wallet in Barcelona. Not just my cash, my credit cards, my ID, everything I had that could have gotten me back home. For a second, I thought maybe it was just a bad dream. I kept checking my pockets, hoping it'd magically reappear. But no, the panic set in quickly. I had no money to pay for a hotel, no cards to get a flight home, and no way to even prove who I was without my passport. I remember walking around the city, feeling completely lost, not just geographically, but emotionally too. I felt embarrassed. I felt stupid. And I was scared. What if I couldn't get home? What if I ran out of options and just had to give up my trip early? I was in a foreign country, alone, with nothing. But then, I remembered something. In the back of my mind, I had this tiny little thought that I had purchased travel insurance before I left. It wasn't something I'd really thought about until that moment. But now, it was my only lifeline. I found a quiet spot and pulled out my phone to check the insurance details. I dialed the emergency number, and honestly, I was not expecting much. You know how it is with customer service. You expect a long wait, a bunch of questions, and maybe a solution, maybe not. But this was different. A person on the other end of the line was calm, understanding, and surprisingly quick to act. They helped me file a claim, gave me an emergency loan to cover the hotel for the next few days, and even helped me sort out how to get emergency funds sent to me. It wasn't perfect, but it was enough to get me back on track. I can't even explain how grateful I was at that moment. The feeling of relief washed over me, like I could breathe again. That's when I realized travel insurance isn't just a luxury or an afterthought. It's a safety net, a lifeline that's always there when you don't expect to need it. It didn't just save my trip, it saved my sanity. And here's the thing, if I didn't have that coverage, I honestly don't know how I would have gotten out of that situation. I probably would have had to cancel my trip and deal with the stress of trying to get back home without any help. So to anyone who's still unsure about travel insurance, I get it. It feels like one of those things that's easy to skip. But trust me, you don't want to be in the middle of a crisis in a foreign country with no money, no resources, and no one to turn to. It's not about over-preparing. It's about being smart and protecting yourself. And since that experience, I found something that truly helps me, something I genuinely trust. Auras. I'm not going to pitch it as some big commercial, but it's honestly been a game changer for me. They're one of those travel insurance providers that just gets it. It's simple, reliable, and the peace of mind it brings, priceless. It's not a magic bullet, but it's close. And when things go wrong, having that backup can make all the difference. So, if you're planning any travel soon, or even if you're just curious, check out auras.insure. I'll link it below. I really hope you never need it, but if you do, it's good to know you're covered. Trust me on that.